Hey everybody, it's Alan. So lately I've been feeling what I might kind of call pressure of sorts to um, play sort of a more significant role in the trans community, doing like sort of, I don't know if you'd say outreach or. So what I'm talking about is, um, okay, one example is that one of my colleagues at one of the colleges where I teaches a human sexuality course, and she wants speakers to visit the class one day to talk about being trans, to educate the students. And it sounds like she's been having trouble finding somebody. She wanted sort of like a young person, and it sounds like she may have gotten only like a 60 something trans woman who might speak. And I mean, that's awesome. Anybody who speaks there is awesome. But um, so it's like she asked me if I could recommend any speakers, and then she also contacted a local trans organization in the community that I'm a part of. So somebody from that organization then contacted me and said, "Oh, this instructor is looking for people to talk to the class. Would you ever consider doing that?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, I've already been in touch with her about that." So it's like I was sort of getting asked kind of multiple times, and I'm feeling pressure. Not necessarily, I don't feel like these people are pressuring me. It's just pressure in the sense that it's like they need somebody to help educate these students about trans people so that the students can hopefully be more compassionate and sympathetic and informed. And the more people who get more informed and compassionate, the better the world will be for trans people. So, wouldn't I want to contribute to that happening? Yeah. But, so it's like I feel a really big pull to try to contribute to that, because I feel like the trans community is so small. Like, there are way fewer trans people than there are gay people or bisexual people or people of other minorities, like ethnic minorities. It seems like there's just way fewer trans people. So it's like if you want something to be done that would help the trans community, I feel like there's kind of this pressure in the sense that we've got to do it ourselves because there's not this giant crowd of trans people that's going to do everything for us in the way that there are a lot of gay people who, and thankfully, it doesn't really seem like there's a shortage of gay people who are taking positive action. So it's not like every gay person has to do that. Well, just a side note here. Now, I'm talking about gay people and trans people separately, but I know that there are gay trans people. I'm not trying to obscure that, but anyway. But with trans people, it's like there's so few. It's like nothing gets done unless you do something, and that feels like a lot of pressure because with this example of the instructor who wanted one or more trans people to speak to her class, I don't currently feel comfortable doing that. Um, a big reason for that is that I work there, so I don't really want to go into a class where I could potentially see past students or students who might be in my class in the future and be talking about what I consider to be intimate things about my feelings. Um, and because I'm on this campus regularly, I sadly would feel unsafe because I know that there are some conservative, bigoted students there. I've seen evidence of that. And, you know, I don't want to like worry every time I'm on campus about who might be like following me into the parking lot or something. Or, you know, I don't want to run into people in the bathroom who have heard my story and might, you know, might react negatively or not understand. Um, and then even if I didn't work there, it's like it's making videos is one thing where I'm in my home and it seems like it's pretty much just trans people who watch my videos. Like being in a classroom with all of these random people, like explaining something really you know, sort of sensitive and fragile about myself in a sense. You know, like revealing something that's kind of deep and meaningful and emotional. I'm not there yet. So I feel a little guilty. I mean, I try not to be because I don't think I should feel guilty, but I kind of do. It's just a tough situation. And then another kind of similar example is so in the city where I live, I attend a trans support group, and that's been really great. I've met really cool people. It's a really great resource to have. And kind of connected with that, there's a trans organization that, I mean, it's small, but they kind of try to do trans advocacy and education. Um, and somehow or other, they have money that helps support the support group. I don't entirely know how it works, but somebody invited me to be a part of the committee that runs the organization. And, you know, I like being involved in things, you know, like, you know, I like doing these videos. I like helping people. I'm a teacher, I so in the summer when I was invited to do this, I was like, "Oh yeah, that sounds cool. Like it would feel good to be involved with that." So I went to a meeting. That was fine. But then now I'm back working because the semester has started. And so I am insanely busy with work. It's like I normally have to work at home on the weekends doing lesson plans and grading papers and stuff like that. And as it is, I don't have enough time for exercising and seeing friends. So, you know, suddenly I was like a part of this committee, and on one hand, I feel like obviously it's a good thing to be a part of, and I want to help make a difference, and I want to help support local trans people by helping this organization. Because, as I said, if I don't do it, who else is going to do it, you know? I mean, yeah, there are people already on the committee, but it sounds like a lot of them aren't, or some of them aren't really that committed, and actually only a couple of them are trans, and the rest are not trans. And I think it's really awesome that they want to put in their time to support trans people. But wouldn't it also be nice if there were actually more trans people helping to run this trans organization locally? Um, and part of the work that they want to do is create presentations to help educate local healthcare providers, you know, like a group of nurses at the hospital or something, or to go to local companies and help educate either just the whole staff or human resources about like what it means to be trans and how you should treat trans people. And that is so important. And it's like I think that that really should happen, but it's like how much am I going to be able to do it? Like to what level do I want to make sacrifices to do that? Sacrifices in the sense of having so much going on in my weeks that I'm like super exhausted or don't have time to exercise. Um, because my work is important. I want to put in a lot of energy to my work because I feel like I am indirectly, or maybe once in a while, directly helping LGBT people in my work. Because, I teach English, I teach a lot of critical thinking, so that always helps our cause. Um, so, so, I don't know. I'm just curious to hear if anybody else can relate or if you have thoughts. Like, have you felt any of that sort of pressure to be involved or maybe more involved than you have time or energy for because the trans community is so small and there's so few people available to do stuff? It's kind of difficult. Um, yeah, so that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Bye.